Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve.
Joanne. Good morning, viewers around the world. My name is Mark Godwin. Joanne. I'm here with George Chuku from Toronto, Canada. You're welcome to another edition of Friday International Update, SSM. George, good morning.
Good morning, Mark Godwin, and good morning, viewers from around the world.
Welcome. Yes, you're looking good. Are you ready? How have you been going through the government shutdown in your corner there? It's government shutdown. Let's talk about this. The government shut down for 2 days now, and the White House is warning of firing people that don't resume for work. George, what's up with the government shutdown? Why are they shutting down governance when that's the essence of a country? I mean, no country lives without the government officials working and doing what they should do. So when there's a shutdown, there's a breakdown of every other thing. Tell us what's happening there.
Well, the U.S. government shut down is as a result of a political battle over budgets. Okay. You know, it's such a common thing that happens with every president. You know, the longest of this type was about 35-day shutdown under President Trump, and that was in his last when he was president, sparked by a dispute over border wall funding. You remember when he said that he mentioned that we will build a wall and Mexico will pay for it. So when they discovered that Mexico wasn't paying for it and they were not willing to pay for it, Democrats refused, to fund it. So it was a lengthy battle for 35-day shutdown under him. Now, it ended largely when unpaid air traffic controller called in sick, causing flight disruptions. This shutdown cost the economy an estimated of $11 billion. Shutdowns are just something that reoccurs in a government, also happening under President Reagan, Clinton, and Obama. So it's like when two parties do not agree, and there is enough on one side, to scale through. So that's what happens. So right now, Trump is being a little obstinate. He doesn't want to bend down, because you can tell the type of government that he wants to run, an authoritarian type of government. But Democrats no, that's right. So that's
let's hear what he has to say about the shutdown.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them. Like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like.
When you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected. And the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats.
George, but does he have the power to lay off people because they won't come to work? I mean, these are government employees that have been there even before him.
Constitutionally, he does not. But you know who you're dealing with. And that is exactly where he's scaling to. He's slowly and surely. I said this many, many years ago. His love for Putin, his love for China, his love for the leader of North Korea. I told you guys this. When the time comes when he have nothing to lose, like the next election, he will bring his two colors, and that's exactly what you're seeing there. So he doesn't care. It's not like he cares about the people walking or whatever. And all he's trying to do is to squeeze the Democrats and democratic states and put them under the boss. That's what he's doing. But if Democrats are very wise, this is a great opportunity for them to get out there right now and take over both houses and and put a squeeze on him. But that's when you're going to see his true color, because that's when that pen will come to be signing and say executive order. So that's what you see in here.
Good one, George, but when there are situations like this, it affects government activities, doesn't it?
It
We
affects
know,
everything. It
and
affects
and, and, and
everything.
and the way it's going, it doesn't look like they will be resuming even next week. I mean, these people are ready to go another week, shut down
As
every
a matter,
activity.
as a
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, let Democrats sit on it. If he refuses, they refuse. Because he is in government, everything falls on his table. It is
Everything
the
falls on.
people now. It will be the people who are being affected directly, who will tomorrow say, we don't want this type of government. Bring back the
Mm,
Democrats. So
mm,
the more it is on the people, he is gonna twist it around on
okay.
his own little supporters. But the bottom line to it is this: when their pockets are being affected, when their children are not able to feed, when everything else turns around, it
Okay.
is because he's refusing to negotiate and to become, negotiate with the other side. He's being obstinate, but I think he's going to hurt him in the end, whether he likes it or not.
What I like that. But he talked about firing some of them. Now that would be a huge number to fire. That you're talking about thousands of government workers,
He
thousands and
does
thousands.
not care. The man does not care. He really doesn't. And let me tell you what he's going to try to do. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
try to squeeze democratic states that he
Okay.
calls enemies. You see, politics is very dangerous. It's almost like
Okay.
religion. You
Okay.
see. So what it is now, these are Americans, but he's calling them enemies.
Enemies.
And then whenever he talks about this thing, he's releasing a little bit of, words about, our local enemies, internal enemies, which is the
Mm,
worst thing any president in this world can do. And that is absolutely condemnable, intolerable, and should not happen.
mm. Condemnable, intolerable, and should not happen. So,
Mhm.
viewers, here it is. We're talking about the United States shutdown. Government has government staff, workers, everybody has completely gone off from working. This is this third day now, and the way it looks, it might run to next week. And who knows if they don't come to an agreement, probably 3 weeks. George, 3 weeks,
Yeah,
maybe
because
even
last time it was 35 days. The last time was
35
35
days.
days.
Imagine that. So,
Mhm.
why this is happening, viewers, is because the Republicans and the Democrats are at odds over some subsidies. Obamacare subsidies is included. Some policies that do not tally with both ends. So, government shutdown is happening, and that's the in the United States of America. George, thank you. Please put your eyes on this. Let's know what
I
happens.
will definitely be watching out for what is
Yes,
going to happen next time.
yes. Thank you. So, viewers, you're welcome. This is Between the Lines. Sorry, this is Friday International
International
Update,
updates, yes.
and we are here, George and myself. George, let's come to UK. Yesterday, there were some terrible things happening in the UK. A man walked into the synagogue and killed 2 Jews, and many people injured. Um, George,
Mhm.
anti-Semitism is on the rise.
It's on the rise.
Um,
A
yeah.
violent attack occurred outside of a synagogue in Manchester, England.
Mm-hmm.
A man drove a car into the people, and then got out and started stabbing people.
Stabbing
Tr-
people.
Tragically, 2 Jewish men were killed. 3 others were seriously injured and remain in the hospital. Now, the suspect, this police called the suspect's name a 35-year-old Jihad al-Shami, a British citizen of Syrian descent. He was
Mm-hmm.
not. He was shot and killed by police at the scene. Now,
Mm-hmm.
authorities are treating this as terrorist incident. 3 others have been arrested in connection with the attack.
Okay.
And the worst part of it is happened on Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish calendar, making a profound
Yes.
shock and stark reminder of rising anti-Semitism. And this is part of that reason why, I mean, something. Let me tell you something. There are
Tell me.
times when
Tell me.
you gonna agree with, somebody. There are some things that Trump have been saying which actually can, is something to be looked into with a lot of
Okay.
these liberal countries where something is happening in a particular country that has been, their mindset is quite different, their alternative way of thinking. So now this man is from Syria. And remember that most of these Syrian citizens were brought in when there was a problem in Syria. So,
Okay.
and sometimes it is very, very important for a nation to look at who they are allowing to come into their own territory, whether it's because of refugee or whatever the case might be. So these are now things. Two lives are lost. Three, he could have killed much more. If he had access to gun, he could have killed hundreds of people. All because of what? Anti-Semitism. So this is what you are seeing here. So it is important sometimes when Trump is crying, or Benjamin Netanyahu is being obstinate about making sure that Hamas does not exist. We don't understand it. It is a matter of self-defense, and they are trying to protect themselves, and they have the right to do so, a right to exist, when all these people that are coming after them, these radicals coming after them and wanting to kill them at sight, it doesn't matter whether it was provoked or not. And that
Thank
is
you, George.
the main
George,
reason
let's also
we
let's
stopped
also
that particular thing that was happening on our forum before.
yes, George, let's also state this for the records that SSM is not a Semitic or anti-Semitic platform. We
We are
don't
neutral.
support. Yes, we're neutral, George.
We're
We
neutral.
give news updates on global issues, mainly as it concerns Africans. So we are not for Jews. We are not for Hamas, Palestinians. We're not for all of this. We're just giving those updates.
We are
Whoever,
openly against any type of radicalism, whether
God
it's
bless
from
you.
anybody. It doesn't
That's it.
matter. We
That's
stand
it.
neutral. We
We
stand in the
stand
middle.
That's it,
That's
George.
right.
Because it's becoming a real disaster in these days. Somebody will sit inside his room, or go to the mosque, or go to the temple, listen to messages from these very radical clerics, radical preachers. Then they and those preachers and leaders don't know that those words they speak have effect on the people.
It
So
does. It
among
does.
this worshiper, one man will go with a gun, go with a knife, and begin to kill people because of the words incitation he has heard. So this is where we are now, and it's happening everywhere, every part of the world. It's happening in Africa too. It's happening in Asia. It's happening in America. Somebody from nowhere has gotten some real negative informations about things and decides to become radical.
You
Sad,
cannot. It is very
sad,
sad, and this is the
very
reason
sad.
why preaching hate is very, very wrong. You cannot try to indoctrinate a child to hate other people, even when they have not done anything to them. This is one thing that we have seen. You indoctrinate little children, you tell them these people are your enemies. You can never have anything to do with them, and then you continue to do so until they grow up. And then all of a sudden, one day they'll pick up a gun or a knife or whatever and go out there killing because of you teaching them wrong things. Let the children grow on their own rather than them being completely, uh, um, you know, uh, 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 um, mind,
Yes,
just being their minds
uh-huh.
being controlled by evil.
Warped up. Yes, that's
Yes,
it. That's it. Okay, viewers, this is it. In the UK, a man walked into the Jewish synagogue and killed 2 people and injured several other people. He went on a stabbing spree. He stabbed as many people as he could, and he was also killed. So this is it. This is where anti-Semitism. This is where all of those things. Radical ideologies, radical teachings. This is where it leads us to, and for no good. George, there's no important, no good in all of this. I mean, when these people kill people, they think they will go to heaven. They will have virgins. They will have wives. They'll be drinking pure wine. All of these are just fallacies, George.
fallacies.
Nonsense.
It is fallacies. It is absolute fallacies, because the moment they are killed, they realize that they're going down. You
Keep going
cannot
down.
be shedding innocent blood and think you're going to go and have 7 virgins. It doesn't
And
work
drink,
that
and
way.
drink pure wine.
And drink pure wine from heaven. There is no heaven like that. It's hell, as a matter of fact.
It's-
It is
All right,
hell.
George. Thank you. Thank you for putting it to the record, putting it out straight. Viewers, thank you. You're listening to George and I this Friday, the 3rd of October, 2025, and we are giving our international update. George, let's come to some other local news. But before then, let's take a small break. We'll be back.
Okay.
Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
A year ago, I wrote a book titled The Final Solution, and I was trying to say to the rest of the world that there are challenges ahead. Now, a prophecy did come, and that prophecy is coming to pass. But I'm telling you, the final solution has been found many years ago in the Bible, because the Bible simply says righteousness exalts a nation and sin is a reproach to the people. So I want you to know that you can get solutions to problems in Ukraine, in Russia, in Nigeria, indeed all parts of the world. We need that solution, and the solution is straightforward. Please get a copy of my book. It's the Final Solution by Bishop Schengen Johnson, and you can find it in Kindle, in Amazon. Just type Bishop Schengen Johnson, The Final Solution. It's very, very small book you can read within 2 hours, but it contains the final solution. Do get a copy. Not getting it is doing disservice to humanity. Don't forget the final solution.
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. Though articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions. Celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle. Inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment. A better mind keeping you updated.
Hashtag Schengen Story Magazine. Get Schengen Story Magazine full editions.
Welcome back to Friday edition of SSM Global Updates. George, it doesn't look good in our country, in precisely Lagos, and a place called the Trade Fair Complex. I know that place. Now, traders at that Lagos State Trade Fair Complex, somewhere in Lagos, but now counting their losses after bulldozers from Lagos State government on Thursday pulled down more than 20 buildings, structures that have been there built long ago. They were pulled down. Till now, we don't even understand why all of this, but let's dive into it. But before then, George, let's see this clip. Let's both see this clip.
Demolition going on at trade fair. Oh, this is serious. Oh my God. Look at what is happening. Abba. Oh, but where were the officials when this building was being erected? Oh my God. Hard-earned money just going down like that. This is happening live at trade fair. Can you imagine? Ah, oh my God, oh my God. Why did they allow them to erect all this building before the demolition? What is happening? Oh, my heart goes to this.
George, everything went down. Like the lady, the voice you're hearing. Why do you allow somebody build? Obviously, these structures were allowed by the Ministry of Development, and they gave the pass. These people built these structures, have been hanging for years now, and all of a sudden one day they decide to pull them down. Is this not madness? George, let's make a sense of this. Tell us.
The Lagos state government is demolishing buildings on the trade fair complex, saying that they were built illegally and unsafe. Now, what we lack in Nigeria is legitimate process, because somebody must have been paid money. If these buildings were erected illegally, who approved? You see, Nigeria. This young lady that died the other day say, "Let none Nigeria happen to me." This is Nigeria happening to these people that spent billions of naira to erect these buildings, which must have already been certified, paid for, and approved before they were erected. Because there is no way anybody will not get the permit to build these structures. Right now, the question is, who approved it, under whose government, who was the one that was paid to approve all these things. But I tell you, Nigeria happening to you is that these buildings will be torn down. They are pushing back against claims that this is targeting any specific ethnic group, which is call it Igbos in short, calling it a purely technical enforcement of the rules. Now, the government says that they give people over a year's notice, that their officers were even being harassed when they were trying to serve these notices. Officials also blame the complex management for leasing land illegally, leading to the area, falling into a terrible state. So now the question is, they have done this before. They continue to do it regardless, whether it's affecting, because the people who are building these things are Igbos. These are the people that are very enterprising. They save money, they make money, and these are people that are being affected. But this is a good lesson to the Igbos. Stop.
Okay, before we come to the lesson, Judge, I was able to get hold of the commissioner for physical planning and urban development. He's as one of his assistants. That commissioner's name is called Olumide Oluyinka. So I was able to speak with one of his assistants, and he said, yes, it's not about victimization of any tribe. He said it's not true that there are any ethnic coloration in this whole thing, but the fact is that there is. He said it is them doing their job, that those places they've been giving notice for some time now. So, George, the notice they gave, they said it's a year. The guy said 1 year, just like you said. And they've been expecting that the owners of those structures will begin to evacuate the place and all of that, but they were hell-bent on staying. So I asked him, now, who, like you just asked, who gave the permits to those structures? He said the papers they presented doesn't look like they were genuine permits. Now, I don't understand what genuine is, but like you also said, George, you can't mount all these kind of heavy structures in a strange man's land without having permits. So it is strange that they got this permit, and now they said the permit doesn't look genuine, and they are bringing down the structures. Normally, George, if this were to happen in the West, these structures will not be pulled down, but rather could be converted into something else. I mean, confiscated, not just bringing down and destroying billions and efforts of people's sweat. George,
like I said before, it is a notice to the Igbos. It is a notice. We know what is going on. They can call it, they can paint the picture, they can try to call it whatever they want to call it. We know what it is. It is blatant. It started during the election of Tinubu. We saw what happened during that time. The impetus of doing these things and fighting against the people that are actually paying taxes, bringing businesses into in Nigeria that is helping them. It is so deplorable and despicable. All I'm saying is this: whether it was illegally approved and they built or not, Igbos need to wake up. They need to wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee. Stop just blatantly just doing whatever because you think the country belongs to you. You are being marginalized in this land. Find a way to bring it back to your own state. That's it. Find a way. Because if Igbos can, the governors in the eastern part of Nigeria can come together and bring security in that place. I remember as a child growing up, this Onisha market. It was West Africans who used to come there to buy goods. They were all trooping in that place, and this is now another opportunity to these 5 state governors to begin to think constructively how to be able to dread River Niger so that the ship can actually come straight to that place and drop goods for Igbo traders. This is it. A notice is being given slowly but surely. A day will come, if care is not taken, when these people will rise up and begin to possess the lands of Igbos, just the way that they stole our lands in River State after the war. Pay attention, Igbo people. Pay attention.
Okay. Like I said, his aide said it's not true that there's an ethnic victimization in this. He said it's purely technical thing.
What do you expect them
they are
to
carrying?
do?
He also said they are carrying similar enforcement actions in other parts of the state.
What do you expect them to do? Why is it happening only in this government?
Okay.
Why is it happening only in this government?
Viewers,
are they the only government that ever raised the? How come it didn't happen during Buhari's government, during Jonathan's government, only in this particular government? Because a Yoruba man is now in charge of the president in Nigeria. So they have the impetus to do whatever they want to do and call it whatever name they call it. Who approved it? You see, this is exactly Nigeria happening to them. Because if truth be told, we speak truth to power, whether we like it or not. That's what we're doing here. If investigation will come, okay, who signed that signature if it was illegally done? What names were there that was put down there? Who was paid money? Did they investigate? You say that the papers that they brought did not look legit, but who signed it? What company was it that gave that permit? And what name was on it? You will not find it. And that tells you that this is something that they're doing intentionally.
Intentionally. Okay. George, I would have wanted to have one representation from the Lagos state government, but I couldn't because is really, really, we need to.
They're not going to come out openly. They might go to certain places to try to defend themselves and defend what they are doing. But you see it happening every day. This is not the first
time. George, the other thing is, I see it as pure. I mean, it's really terrible to pull down a structure that is not. I mean, you're not talking of thousands of euros. You're talking of billions. Because those structures were laid with heavy building materials and story building, and you just bring it down like that.
This is not the first time. Look at what they did. This is exactly what they did when they were building the road from Lagos to Calabar. Did they not do it? Did they not do it? They gave excuses. They destroyed this man's, hard labor, and then turned around and went back to the old place. So you can tell that this is nothing but legitimate, intentional act to malign certain people. Like it or not, that's what it is. Call a spade, and so that the devil can go and sit his ass down because he's working with his people against the people, and it is wrong. Unacceptable.
All right, George. We can't say, I mean, our words cannot be enough on this.
What you're going to see is that a lot of people that brought their life savings to do these things. Some of them might even die of heart attack, and nobody will hear. They will not connect with these people.
Yes, that could be happening any moment. We will be hearing people dying because I mean, you can't have your property and your wealth in one spot, and overnight it's gone. No, not by a natural disaster. It's not like earthquake or a storm or something. This is man inhumanity to man. Somebody coming with a machine to pull down what you've built over the years. George. All right, George, let's go on. George, we'll be fast as possible because we do our thing, and we move. Also, right there in Lagos, we saw the president open the revived National Theatre. He renamed it after Soyinka, and Wole Soyinka. I don't know, George. Is it legit to name a national monument to an individual? I'm asking. What do you say?
Personally, I think it is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Wole Soyinka is, I mean, he represented Nigeria very well. Only that recently there are some things that he did that I will not approve of. This is a man that I love. I love him, and so for the president, this particular monument is located in Egam, Surulere, Lagos. It took place it was constructed in 1976, preparation for the Festac of Arts and Culture Festival. 1977.
Sorry for that. Okay.
So in July 2024, President Bola Tinubu renamed the theater in honor of Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka. I think he deserves it, in my own estimation. He has represented us so well around the world in certain places. So to name it after him, the president, kudos.
Okay.
Yes, kudos.
Yes. So let's see this the clip.
May 1967.
And by the way, congratulations. Congratulations, Wole Soyinka. Congratulations.
Yeah, so yes, you said it so well. Wole Soyinka, the president described him as one of the greatest Nigerian African assets, and said he decided to rename the theater deliberately to his immense contribution to national building, freedom, and global culture.
Yes, it's an international figure. Well respected and highly loved around the world.
Okay. So that's it. National Theatre has been renamed the Wale Soyinka Theatre. Beautiful place. I grew up in that part of Lagos, and we see that place, and we know how the Lagosians and Nigerians love the National Theatre. All right, George. George, thank you for that. George, what are we missing? What update do you have from your end before we leave?
We are entering into the weekend today. Actually, we're having a beautiful concert from a reggae concert, as a matter of fact. Some artists are coming from Jamaica and from other places, so we are having a beautiful reggae concert, and most of the songs that are being that are going to be played today will be love songs. Jamaicans love love songs so much.
Yeah, we have the rock steady songs, and the cool tempo slides. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're having one today, and this weekend is going to be great.
I trust you.
Yes, because our weather is beautiful.
Send pictures. Let's see.
I will send some pictures, and then we're gonna put it out there. And then also, I just wanted to also continue to pray for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, pray for our president and his wife, pray for the leadership in the House and in the Senate and the local governors, that God will grant them the wisdom that they need to take our country from where it is to that place it's supposed to be. And I also pray for, peace around the world, and individuals that, please love one another. If your enemy is hungry, feed them. If they're thirsty, give them water to drink, because you're going to receive a reward from Almighty God. Just don't hoard money all over you. Make sure that if you see somebody that is in need, that you do help them out. That is how we are supposed to be. We are in the last days, whether we like it or not. And there's much peace and as much influence of divine influence that we need. We need it now, and we are praying for it. That our eyes will be looking up very soon, because things are changing in our eyes, and then, so that we can live in peace.
Wonderful words, George. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So, viewers, this is it. George and I have come. SSM is a non-Semitic platform, not an anti-Semitic platform. We just give news update from the African in diaspora standpoint, and that's what we've just done. George in Toronto, Canada. George, thank you. Want to see clips of what's happening in Canada today, and let's roll it through the weekend.
And so I pray for my country, Canada, too, for prosperity, safety, and peace here too.
You have to be doing more of that. I mean, the Bible says, "Praise for the peace of your Jerusalem."
Where you are, yes,
that's
definitely.
It. That's
in
it,
their
George.
prosperity, I prosper.
Straight up. Thank you. All right, viewers, we've done it. Thank you for staying through the week. Monday, Between the Lines, Wednesday, Global Africa, and Friday, International Updates. We're signing out. God bless you all. Have a beautiful weekend.
All right.
Bye.